Yeah. So it's changing, instantly. And then you put in the hot, cool water, it's changed back again. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not true.
Is there any glass manufacturer talking to you about this?
Yes, many manufacturers talk to us in Shenzhen, but we don't want to, give this to them. This is going to be Hong Kong.
Because actually a few years ago, I was trying to put this in my office, except I couldn't afford it because the glass panel was so expensive. So what are you talking now? Because when we're talking about glass panel, it's about $100,000.
We can use glass panels. That's why, because the one guy, from a hotel, he told us if you come use the bathroom in the hotel, and if you turn on turn on, yeah, and you turn off, it's become transparent. So it's you can say, and very useful application is a display. So in our lab, we develop a new type of display using this material. Why? Because it's low cost, very low price.
How low is low?
How low? Like water. That's true. It's like water. Yeah, maybe water is one. Is a. So suppose it's maybe it's 500. Oh, but 5 yuan. Yeah, if like this liquid is 6 yuan. It's very cheap, but it's some secret. Process secret. It's like very cheap. So don't worry about this materials price. You just consider how to design your device. That device maybe is very expensive design.
So if anybody knows, if they want to further know something about this or application, then you know who to go to, Dr. Wood. Normally we schedule until about 2 o'clock, and we still have 15 minutes. Anybody would like to have any questions to further clarify this?
A couple of questions, Professor. First of all, if you're going to use it for, say, a window, and you're going to switch between the two states by voltage, you say.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to how is it going to relate to the ambient temperature change? Because your building could be very cold at night and very hot.
That's true. So you have two double layer. So this material you have two, tabs. One we call the passive. Passive not mean without apply the voltage. You just put a roof. The high temperature is just blow.
Yeah, that's because that way it's being controlled by the ambient temperature.
Yeah, true.
I'm thinking that I don't want to be considered.
Yeah, you can use the electric field. Mm-hmm. That's why, because the room in summer is air conditioner, so the temperature is low, but outside is high. So you have to use two panels.
Okay.
Now, so you can shield outside and inside. The inside just controlled by the electric field.
Right.
So that's easy.
Yeah. The other question, Professor, because everybody's
we've
got a short time, is if we use it for display application, what will be the response time, the switching time between opaque and...
Not like a liquid crystal. It's very slow.
Okay.
Like a...
But advertising sign is okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Advertise.
Yeah.
So it's large panel. Maybe you can flash. Maybe 1 minute is fine.
So I can make it addressable with dots and things like that.
Sure, no problem. We can address. The solution depends on your micro heater. So we actually can make a micro heater. So inside is an ITO. So you can etch ITO like a pixel by pixel. So that's like a LCD panel is same.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Gives a chance to other people to ask questions. Thanks very much.
On the drug release,
The drug release.
Oh.
Right. I'm curious because it's very similar to like what they call a time release.
Time release.
Yeah, because certain drugs, because they time the
okay. That's
is that how it works?
This is active release. Time release is a drug that porous materials. And a drug in the pores, you just release depends on your environmental conditions. That's a passive.
Yeah.
You not control the release. But this materials, you can apply magnetic field. Apply field, the vibration is harder, so the drug can be released very fast.
So when your own body internal organs is what controls the.
Use an external magnetic field.
Or you have to have an
magnetic field. Use a magnet. You can use a magnet, but this magnet is an ASA magnet. You apply just apply ASA, just vibration.
Okay. So when you do it, do you spray it during the process, or is it just a hard core that you put the medicine in?
Yeah, you can embed in medicine in a core only. So here is a materials.
And that's soluble?
That's soluble, no problem. You can use any materials. Use a biocompactor materials. So you can use any what material you used? A PDMS. But it's not PDMS in our knives right now. You can use a catechin. So catechin is a biocompatible. You can purchase from any drugstore. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. That was very interesting. Is it possible, I noticed now that the fluid is transparent. Is it possible to add pigments into it to give it color?
That's a good question. We are now developing such materials, but no such material in the world. So we are developing now. So it's a very smart question. Why? Because this material is not color. So if it become color, that's the color display. That's the value. It's much valuable compared to this one. But it's a first generation materials. But I have 3 PhD students, or I have 1 PhD student and 2 postdocs are developing such material like yours. Yeah, it's a color change. It's very difficult. That's because color from color to transparent, it's very difficult. From color to optical is fine. So that's a challenge for us. Maybe next year we can report to you.
We look forward to it. Thank you,
That's
Professor.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Professor, this is a very interesting topic, but I would like to understand more whether there is any side effect to human, and also whether this is environmental friendly as far as the liquid is concerned.
Okay, so actually it's for the health, it's a materials. You just choose different materials, but this calcium actually is you can dispose in the body. So it's a no. Another one is a magnetic particles is a iron oxide. Iron oxide is useful for the body. It's no problem. Another one, but right now our drug delivery materials is only for the stomach, but you cannot use a broad tubers. That's very interesting. Very dangerous because we have no such technicals how to dissolve these materials. So we are trying to do the next step. Yeah, I will report to you later.
Sorry, Professor. I'm also very interested in the glasses, as you have said, it's in the first stage, and I think the application you have mentioned in the bathroom in the hotel maybe more realistic. But even for that, I also have the concern about the response time. For me, I would like to click the button, and it can be transparent all for already. But from your experiment, it can take maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes.
No, don't worry about that. Why? Because bathroom, you go into bathroom, you must turn on your
heat the water. So
yeah, sure. So it's steam. Her steam is rapidly just hitting this window.
Okay, so you use the time to heat the water to heat your glass.
1 minute is enough. 1 minute you just you just off your clothes. It goes in. Oh, it's broad. So no problem. Don't worry about that.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
5 minutes.
Back to the biological question. My name is Annette Rossi. Can this fluid be injected in areas that are inoperable for cancer?
Yeah, I actually we don't test like inject, but it's possible. Why? Because this particle is a micron. It's a 50 micron. It's very small. So actually, it's like a small particle you can inject to. but I'm not sure you can inject to your, it's blood, tubers. That's dangerous. I'm not sure. But stomach is fine, no problem. But we're trying use some, encapsulate with some other medicines to try. It's a real treatment for some disease. We are doing in some institutions. Yeah. But I encourage you, all you can sponsor our research in future. That's because we have knocked out the research funding. So this invention actually invented over maybe 10 years ago, but we have allowed enough funding.
Well, I think, human beings evolved from Stone Age to Bronze Age, and it was one giant step. And I think, as we are moving towards the Nano Age, it could be another giant step. And maybe by that time, we don't need to be that smart anymore because our materials are doing it all for us.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But, well, this is, I think, just a scratch of, what the university is doing as a research, and for us to know a little bit about the nanotechnology and smart materials. We have no idea how these things would evolve from here onwards. But I wish to thank you for coming, and I wish to thank the professor for coming also to enlighten us, with this very interesting thing. Because before I came into this room today, the only thing I know about nanotechnologies is it means very small. But to have this kind of new applications.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that, within a decade, 2 or 3 decades, it will become so natural. Yeah. But just thank you very much.
Thank you.
If there's anything that you people want to know more about this, then, please.
Another statement. Today happens to be the launch of a new mini website the Hong Kong UST has, which is called A Good Story to Tell. And you can access it from the general website of the university. And we have little stories about UST, some of which are related to research, some of which are related to any other experience about Hong Kong UST. So if you have time, sometime, click on, and you find some very interesting things. And if you like them, we can have a viral function. You can spread it to your friends. And so today is the launch day.
Well, and then the most important thing is, please do come next time. If you can't, just like some other friends of ours, he sent their friends to come. So today I have met somebody who came because he was recommended by a friend of ours. Who was that just now? Nobody want to admit that. Anyway, thank you very much for coming today. Thank you.
Okay.